3 years since the launch of ChatGPT. So November 30th, 2022, ChatGPT launched publicly. OpenAI released ChatGPT based on ChatGPT 3.5 as a free research preview. The chatbot's conversational ability and ease of use sparked a viral sensation. Within 5 days, ChatGPT had crossed 1 million users. In December 2022, ChatGPT created history, becoming the first app to exceed 100 million monthly active users, making it the fastest growing consumer application ever at the time. This rapid uptake draws massive public attention and kickstarts the AI arms race amongst tech companies. January 2023, we have the generative AI boom. Major investment and education debates. Microsoft announces a multi-year, multi-billion-dollar extension of its OpenAI partnership, reportedly at about $10 billion at the time, aiming to integrate OpenAI's tech across Microsoft products and the cloud. At the same time, schools grapple with ChatGPT's implications. The New York City's education department banned ChatGPT on school networks over cheating fears. Some later reversed position, shifting to teaching AI literacy. ChatGPT's meteoric growth to 100 million users in 2 months is confirmed, officially the fastest ever for an app at the time. This growth comes despite concerns about misinformation and student use, which sparks calls for AI usage policies. In February 2023, OpenAI launched ChatGPT Plus, their first commercial offering, at $20 a month. It allowed subscribers faster responses and priority access to new features. The tech giants race to respond to ChatGPT. Google hastily unveils Bard, its conversational AI agent, and plans to infuse generative AI into search. Microsoft embeds OpenAI GPT-4 into Bing, so you can have AI in your Bing search, demonstrating it as a co-pilot for the web. Public preview of Bing Chat rolls out, showcasing impressive capabilities and unsettling flaws, with early testers provoking Bing's chatbot into bizarre behavior. By February, Microsoft limits Bing chat sessions to curb the AI randomness. The incident raised awareness of AI safety and alignment issues. In March 2023, GPT-4 explodes onto the scene. In March 1st, ChatGPT released their AI, allowing developers to integrate ChatGPT into apps. March 14th, ChatGPT-4 debuts, a more powerful multimodal model, accepting text and images, which marked improved reasoning, creativity, and enhanced safety guardrails. The same day, Anthropic released Claude, a rival AI assistant focused on harmlessness. Claude excels at many tasks, but with some coding math limits. March 21, Google opens public access to Bard, now powered by a lightweight PaL model. OpenAI introduces ChatGPT plugins in alpha, allowing ChatGPT to browse the web, run code, and use third-party plugins. This extends ChatGPT's functionality beyond text. March 31st, Italy temporarily bans ChatGPT over privacy concerns, the first major government action against ChatGPT. OpenAI responds with privacy controls and age gating, and Italy lifts the ban in April. In early March, Meta's Llama model, a 65 billion parameter model, is released to researchers and promptly leaked online, enabling a wave of open source chatbots. Stanford released Alpaca, a fine-tuned Llama model that matched ChatGPT 3.5's performance for just $600 in training, a fraction of what was spent by OpenAI. By late March, another open model called Vicuna 13B achieves 90% of ChatGPT's quality in benchmarks, proving that smaller community models can be highly capable. This spurs a flood of large language model releases, democratizing AI access beyond the big players. On March 29th, the Future Life Institute published an open letter signed by over 1,000 tech figures calling for a 6-month pause on training any AI more powerful than the current GPT-4 release. They warn of profound risks if AI development continues unchecked. The letter intensifies a global debate on AI safety versus innovation. This is the beginning of the AI arms race and the inability to slow down. April 2023, policy and open models progress. After talks with OpenAI, Italy lifts the ChatGPT ban as OpenAI adds user privacy controls and age verification. Open source large language model development accelerates. Researchers build numerous GPT 3.5 class models from the open source Llama models. Concerns over misuse grow. A leaked prompt can easily jailbreak many models, and users demonstrate harmful outputs from poorly aligned models. Meanwhile, the EU AI Act advances. EU lawmakers in April proposed new rules requiring transparency for generative AI, like labeling AI-generated content, foreshadowing the world's first comprehensive AI law. May 2023, the big tech AI pivot and global awareness. May 10th, Google unveils Palm 2, a new advanced LLM, and says Bard now runs on Palm 2. Google drops the Bard waitlist and expands to 180 plus countries, while adding multimodal abilities. They also demo AI in Google Search, the search generative experience, now commonplace, Gmail, Photos, and more. In short, Google reimagines all core products with generative AI after months of code red triggered by the unprecedented success of ChatGPT. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman testifies to the US Congress, urging AI regulation that doesn't stifle innovation. Lawmakers in Altman discuss potential oversight for powerful AI systems, a historic moment signaling the government's deepening involvement in AI governance. May 23rd, Microsoft builds further on OpenAI tech, announcing Bing Search will integrate into ChatGPT as the default web browsing tool. This marries ChatGPT's conversational skill with live internet data. Microsoft also rolls out Copilot AI assistants across Office 365, Word, Excel, Outlook, powered by ChatGPT 4, to assist users draft emails, create documents, and analyze data automatically. By May, ChatGPT usage reaches new heights, yet only 14% of adults in the US have tried it, highlighting a gap between tech circles and the general public. Concerns about AI displacing jobs and enabling cheating or misinformation continue to mount, and they haven't stopped. Creative communities voice backlash. Example, AI artists protest AI image generators. The month ends with OpenAI allowing 200 plus plugins for ChatGPT and offering $1 million in grants for ideas. The hype is at its peak, or so we thought. In June 2023, the regulation on the AI horizon and AI ubiquity. The European Parliament passes a draft of the EU AI Act, moving the landmark registration closer to reality. The Act includes rules for generative AI requiring disclosure of AI-made content and would be the world's first broad AI law, a sign that governments are catching up to the AI boom. In industry, most major enterprise software companies, Salesforce, Adobe, and anyone else you can think of, announce generative AI integrations. A UBS report finds that 90% of Fortune 500 firms are now piloting AI solutions in workflows. Meanwhile, NVIDIA, the GPU maker fueling the picks and shovels of the AI boom, briefly hits $1 trillion market cap as demand for AI chips soars, a new symbol of how 2023's AI gold rush is reshaping markets. In July 2023, Claude 2, Llama 2 were released. Claude 2 was released with a massive 100,000 token context window, allowing analysis of very long documents, where the rest of the market was at 16,000. Claude 2 is made accessible to the public and business customers, providing a strong ChatGPT alternative. Meta and Microsoft announced Llama 2, an upgraded 7 billion parameter open source model, free for commercial use. By open sourcing a GPT 3.5 class model, Meta aims to foster wider AI innovation. On July 7th, a group of authors led by comedian Sarah Silverman sues OpenAI and Meta, alleging their copyrighted books were used to train models without permission. This high-profile lawsuit, one of several in 2023, highlights the unresolved copyright questions around AI training data. In Hollywood, the Writers Guild of America strike is in full swing. A key issue is restricting AI's role on script writing. Writers fear studios using LLMs to generate drafts or ideas without compensation. By summer's end, the actors' union SAG-AFTRA also strikes, partly over protecting actors' likenesses from AI. These strikes mark the first major labor actions over AI's impact on creative jobs. In August 2023, thousands of hackers participate in the Generative Red Team Challenge, the largest ever public AI red teaming event. Models from OpenAI, Google, Meta, and others are opened for attack to find vulnerabilities. This unprecedented exercise, supported by the White House and AI companies, reflects a push for transparency and stress testing of AI systems. Also, in August, OpenAI launches ChatGPT Enterprise, with enhanced security, privacy, and unlimited GPT-4 access for businesses. By now, many companies have adopted AI assistants for code, content, and customer service, making generative AI a routine part of work for millions. However, AI usage plateaus over the summer for consumer users. ChatGPT's website traffic dipped slightly, suggesting the initial novelty has cooled and as people await new features or more accurate models. And it was found that this happened due to this summer holidays in the US school system. September 2023, multimodal capabilities and high-level talks. OpenAI unveils a major update that allows ChatGPT to see, hear, and speak. Announced in September 25, ChatGPT's new multimodal features enable it to accept images, so analyzing pictures users that upload or paste, and have voice conversations by synthesizing speech. On the policy front, September 13 sees the first ever US Senate AI Insight Forum in Washington. Tech CEOs, including Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai, and others meet with senators behind closed doors to discuss AI risks and regulation. Lawmakers call it a critical step towards drafting AI laws, though critics note the heavy influence of the industry in these discussions. By late September, multiple US government initiatives are underway, from the Pentagon testing AI weapons to the FTC investigating AI harms, reflecting AI's new geopolitical importance. On October 30th, 2023, President Joe Biden signed a sweeping executive order on AI, the first of its kind in the US. The order mandates that developers of advanced AI systems share safety test results with the government and create standards for AI security, especially for models that could pose societal risks. It also addresses issues like watermark AI-generated content, protecting against AI-enabled fraud, and investing in AI research. This comes just before a UK-hosted Global AI Safety Summit, where representatives from 28 countries discuss international coordination on AI risk mitigation. Together, these actions signal a shift. AI governance is becoming a priority at the highest levels, focused on ensuring AI develops safely and responsibly. On November 6th, OpenAI holds its first Dev Day conference, revealing new features like custom GPTs, letting users create tailored AI bots, and early demos of GPT-4 Turbo. But days later, a shock. OpenAI's board fires CEO Sam Altman on November 17th without public explanation. The ousting of ChatGPT's creator rattles the tech world. Employees and developers protest, and over 700 of OpenAI's 770 staff threaten to quit. Microsoft steps in, hiring Altman and negotiating with OpenAI's board. And after a chaotic 5-day saga, soon to be turned into a movie, Altman is reinstated as CEO on November 22nd with a new board. The drama highlights tensions between pursuing AI advances quickly and managing it cautiously. The board had cited integrity of AI development concerns, and these concerns have just been brought to light recently. It ends with OpenAI aligned more closely with Microsoft and investor interests. Also in November, Elon Musk rolled out XAI and Grok, a chatbot with a rebellious streak and direct web access, the most truthful-seeking AI, as he states it. Launched in beta to X users, Grok positions itself as a more real-time, uncensored AI assistant. December 2023, Google DeepMind releases Gemini in early December, a next-gen multimodal model, combining text and image understanding, touted as a competitor to GPT-4. Google integrates Gemini into Bard, its cloud platform, showing off capabilities in reasoning and code. Meanwhile, Meta, OpenAI, and others begin sharing research on GPT-4 level vision and robotics applications, indicating the next frontier of generative AI will extend beyond chat into acting in the physical world. By the end of 2023, just 1 year post the launch of ChatGPT, the world has seen an extraordinary flurry of AI milestones, with LLMs firmly in the public consciousness. In January 2024, OpenAI launched a ChatGPT store, or a directory, more like it, allowing users to share and download custom-made GPTs, which are AI personas specialized on a particular knowledge or skill using prompting. Team collaboration features for ChatGPT are introduced to help workplace adoption. Other providers ramp up offerings. Microsoft and OpenAI quietly start testing GPT 4.5 for reliability, where smaller companies release fine-tuned domain-specific LLMs for example, medicine and law. On the hardware side, chip makers like NVIDIA unveil new AI accelerators to support ever larger models, addressing 2023's GPU shortage that caught them by surprise. New AI models and multimodal AI in March of 2024, Anthropic Claude ships Claude 3, a new generation assistant featuring an improved constitution, values guiding its answers, and models named Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus for different length tasks. Inflection AI, the makers of the Pi chatbot, announced Inflection 2.5, claiming it achieves 94% of GPT-4's performance while using far less compute. We also see more multimodal AI. Startups debut models that handle text and images and audio together. Example, text-to-video generation makes strides. OpenAI's rumored Sora model is discussed after a February preview of AI-made short videos appear on the internet. The concept of AI agents, autonomous programs that can execute your goals by calling other models, gains traction. Early AutoGPT experiments in 2023 evolve into more robust agent frameworks by 2024, though reliability is still an issue. Consumer technology embraces on-device AI. At WWDC in June of 2024, Apple announced Apple Intelligence, features coming to iOS 18 and macOS, allowing complex AI tasks to run privately on iPhones and Macs. This personal AI push is designed to address privacy and reduce reliance on cloud models. Apple's move follows increasing demand for AI that doesn't require sending data to external servers. By summer, voice assistants get AI upgrades. Example, Amazon's Alexa and Google Assistant gain ChatGPT-like conversational abilities. On the societal front, AI regulation becomes law in the EU. The final text of the EU AI Act is agreed and formally adopted in 2024. Shifting compliance deadlines for companies by 2025, other jurisdictions also introduce AI rules for standards. There's growing public awareness of deepfakes and election misinformation. In early 2024, US campaigns produced AI-generated attack ads, prompting the FTC and EU to consider mandating AI content disclosure. In education, many schools and universities that once banned generative AI now cautiously integrate it into the curriculum, teaching students how to use AI as a tool while developing anti-plagiarism measures. By Q4 2024, anticipation builds for GPT-5. OpenAI has hinted at working on the next major model, focusing on improved reasoning, longer memory, and better alignment, though Sam Altman suggested they won't rush deployment. Industry experts that the next 1,000 days of AI will bring systems that are more human-like in understanding. Also, agentic AI becomes a buzzword, and at least 25% of large enterprises are piloting AI agents that can autonomously execute business processes. Early 2025, more players and global expansion. In the roughly 2.5 years since ChatGPT's debut, the AI landscape has transformed. We enter 2025 with ChatGPT-4 widely deployed and the community possibly getting glimpses of GPT-5 in development. OpenAI, Google, Meta, and the emerging players are competing to build more multimodal adaptive AI. Chinese tech giants Baidu, Alibaba, and Huawei have caught up with their own LLMs. Models like Baidu's Ernie 4.0 and others are approaching parity with Western models, and China pushes ahead with AI integration under government oversight. AI is now a key strategic asset for nations, leading to discussions in the UN and G7 about international AI safety standards. In the middle of 2025, generative AI almost feels invisible in the daily life. It's just part of the tech fabric. GPT-5 is released, along with Claude 4.1 and Gemini 2.5. Millions use AI assistants at work, for drafting, coding, and analysis, and at home for planning, tutoring, entertainment. 750 million apps and websites are estimated to have some LLM-powered feature by 2025. Creativity flourishes as people collaborate with AI in writing and art and music, but debates continue over the intellectual property and authenticity of AI-generated content. Jobs and skills are in flux. Certain roles, copywriting, customer support, junior coding, analysts, etc., have been augmented or partially automated by AI, while demand rises for AI oversight and prompt engineering skills. Governments work on retraining programs to help workers transition. Misinformation grows more sophisticated. By 2025, hyper-realistic deepfake videos from Sora and VO3 and AI-generated propaganda for social media platforms and regulators to implement stringent verification. By November 2025, nearly every tech product has an AI component. The global AI fever has led to a flood of investment in AI startups, reminiscent of the dot-com boom, which is now being called the AI bubble. Big players continue releasing updates. DeepMind's Gemini model family competes at the cutting edge, and Meta's open-source Llama models have iterated to be more efficient and widely adopted in smaller applications, while they are playing catch-up. We also start to see industry-specific LLMs with models finely tuned for medical knowledge, law, or customer service, which promises better accuracy in those domains. Culturally, generative AI is both normalized and still somewhat feared. The public has seen AI-written news articles, AI-generated films, and deepfakes of politicians. In response, new startups offer AI content authentication, watermarking, or detection to help people distinguish real from fake content. Regulators in the EU and elsewhere inch closer to reacquiring disclosures of AI-generated media. Tech companies form joint councils to address AI safety, trying to avoid worst-case scenarios. Some have even tested AIs for power-seeking behavior as part of risk assessments. Yet everyday benefits are evident. People are routinely using AI assistants for brainstorming, language translation, coding, and as a learning aid. In just 1,000 days, the world moved from almost no one knowing what an LLM chatbot is to a dramatic shift that echoes the early internet boom. Looking forward at the next 3 years, what may lie ahead? there'll be even more capable models. We can expect more iterative improvements on models, the Geminis, the Claudes, the OpenAI ChatGPTs, that further improve accuracy, context length, and multimodality, allowing images, video, and text to be used together. Future models will likely handle larger and larger context lengths and possess more persistent memory. This could enable AI to act as a long-term personal assistant or employee that remembers past discussions deeply and result in reduced hallucinations. The wild, wild west of 2023's AI, while in our rearview mirror, has likely been tempered by regulatory regimes that are coming into effect. By 2026, the EU AI Act will be fully enforceable, making companies worldwide adapt to its requirements. Other countries may adopt similar laws or standards. We may see the establishment of an international oversight body or accords, similar to the nuclear proliferation treaties. Ethically, society will grapple with questions about AI rights, data privacy, and the responsibility of AI developers for their systems' actions. We've recently seen one of the largest automated cybersecurity attacks using AI. The AI landscape will get more crowded. There will be more players joining the market and delivering apps that leverage LLMs or AI models to deliver more functionality and services to users, further blurring the lines of what was it like without AI in the world. Competition will be intense in AI chip development, as there is only a few companies in the market able to generate the volume of chips required. Over the next few years, we'll reveal more about the AI's impact on jobs, education, and creativity, which has been some of the largest discussion points in the last few years. What will happen to the jobs market? Why will AI put people out of work? Pessimists worry about displacement of workers in fields like customer service, finance, or even software development, which has been one of the largest focuses of these AI tools. Misinformation and AI cybercrime will explode as these tools become more capable and can be trained to avoid guardrails.